So we're going to talk about branding today and why it is so stinking important. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another one of my videos, guys. I'm glad you're here as always. If you're new here, my name is Jake King and I make videos for you, the creator. Now, these videos can include tips, tricks, tutorials, reviews, unboxings, motivational videos, and just in general good things to help you along your creative journey. Now, my ultimate goal is to help you be as successful as you can be. And if that's the kind of content you're into, go ahead and consider subscribing below. Now, today we're going to talk about branding, and this is probably going to be one of the most important conversations that I have ever had with you guys. Now, this is something that I know a little bit about, but I don't know enough about. So I partnered up with Kaitlin Anderson. You may know her on Twitter as Kaitlin Design. And if you listen to my most recent podcast, Talking with the King, I had a much longer experience and conversation with her about branding and just in general, all the different things that she does. But she is a branding master, a branding wizard. Actually, she's just a wizard when it comes to art in general. That can include graphic design and even just the art that she does. I'm hopeful that I'm gonna get some up in the studio here because it's just gorgeous. Some of the work she does is just amazing. So I partnered up with her today so that I could get the top 3 most important reasons as to why to have good branding, and that way I could talk to you guys about them and make sure I was a little bit more knowledgeable on what it was. So we're gonna count down. We're gonna do the top 3, 1, 2, 3, but we're gonna reverse it, and I'm gonna get to the last one, which is number 1. Hopefully you're confused at this point in time, but I'm saving the best for last. So number 3, counting down again, as far as why branding is so important, is it helps create effective communication on what you have to offer. Now, what do I mean by that? It's actually gonna kind of become a little bit more clear as we get through 2 and 1, but in the short, clean, clear, crystal branding is just like looking at an instruction booklet. Imagine if you purchased a product, you got this booklet to your house, you're reading it through, and you have no clue how to put this product together because it doesn't make any sense. Now, good branding helps to make sense of everything else that's going on. So if it fits your image and it fits everything that you're doing, it should be very clear and effective as to what products, what services, whatever it is you're doing and you're offering to other people are available. Number 2 is that it gives you improved and consistent visibility. Now, what do I mean by this? If you jump into your Instagram, if you jump into your Twitter, if you jump to your YouTube channel, if you jump to your Facebook, does everything look cohesive? Does it all go together? Is your branding, your image, your whatever you're putting together in your grid on Instagram, does it match up with the same kind of images you're putting on Twitter? Now, you're probably just copying and pasting the images, but what if you're not? Now, let's talk about your Facebook page as well. Your Facebook page is going to have more posts that are written, etc. Now, is this lining up with your imagery that you're using? So good branding doesn't just encompass, your logo or your title, your intro, whatever it is you're doing. It encompasses all of these different things. So again, good branding is going to make all of these a big cohesive. How many times have I done that now? I don't know. The point is they're going to make one big cohesive picture and everything's gonna go together, and that's what creates this bigger visibility. So think about like Coke. When you are out and about and you see some kind of Coke logo, that's the Coke logo you know. But it's not just there, it's everywhere. And you can even spot just kind of that Coke font type or whatever it is because they've branded so well that it, again, increased that visibility and you just understand it. But even further, that goes back to number 3, you know what products they're offering. So now you can see how number 2 and number 3 go hand in hand. So let's go ahead and get to Kaitlin's number 1 most important thing on why you should brand and brand well. Number 1 is an accurate representation of your brand or yourself. Now, why yourself, why your brand, whatever it is you're doing, why do you need that accurate representation? Again, think about the Coke and think about how number 2 and 3 went together. You want it to be as accurate as possible because you want everybody to know what that product is you're offering, and you want them to be able to find that product or that service or whatever it is on any of your different platforms or any of your different, ways that you're getting anything out to anybody. And you want them to know that it's you, that it's your brand, that it's all of these different things thrown together, but it makes that, again, clear, concise picture. Making sure that your branding is good is obviously very important, and I am not an expert, as I mentioned previously. So one of the reasons I partnered up with Kaitlin is because she is. And on top of that, I know that I need all the help that I can get. Now, I know these three things to be fact. I know a little bit more about branding. I know how to do some graphic design, but my problem is I don't know how to create that clear picture. I don't know how to put it all together and make it work. And sometimes I don't even want to do some of the branding. I may not want to do the thumbnails. I may not want to do my banner, which is something I'm redoing with Kaitlin right now because I don't want to do it. But Kaitlin does do these things. And if you're needing any help whatsoever, Kaitlin has a great resume. She's worked with many different companies, and she works with one creator that you may know in particular. He just eclipsed 60,000 subscribers, none other than Dunna Did It. And if you've watched any of his different things, a lot of his branding is very beautiful. Just great work. I love it. I love looking at his different stuff, and I love knowing that you can have very similar branding if you reach out to Kaitlin, or you can have your own branding that works for you. Now, Kaitlin has a website. I've included a link below where she does have some service offerings. Now, one of the best ones she has is for YouTubers or creators just like yourself, where she goes through and creates a whole brand identity with you, or she works with what brand identity you have to help you shape it, make it better, and understand a little bit. She's very generous with these offerings, and she's just an awesome person to work with. If you haven't listened to that podcast and you want to know a little bit more about her, check that out. I've got the link below. I've also got the link to her website and her Twitter username in the description. So that's why branding is important, guys. I love giving you a little bit more information, a little bit insight. I want you to think about the big picture. They were three different things, but again, they all kind of went into this encompassing brand. Again, reach out to her if you need any help. Drop in the comments what you think your brand looks like, and if you can't answer that question, you should just reach out to her anyways. Thanks for joining me, guys, today. Hopefully you learned a little bit about branding and how to create this vivid picture for everybody that you want to look at your imagery. I love talking to you. I love being here. I don't know if you guys are aware that I have 2 other podcasts that come out on Monday and Tuesday. Mics and Movies on Monday, Talking with the King on Tuesdays. Obviously, I'm doing my videos Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And guys, on Thursday, we've actually had a little bit of a schedule change up. Go ahead and check out my Patreon page. I will be releasing behind the scenes, different secret podcasts, all kinds of different stuff on Thursdays for my patrons, just for you guys. So if you want more of this content, if you want more ways and more different things to help you be successful, check out my Patreon. Guys, if you thought this video was helpful and you like this content and you want more free content like this, go ahead and consider subscribing below. Hit that like button because it helps more than you know. And last but not least, guys, hit the bell, stay up to date, get notified every time that I've got one of these free videos coming out for you guys. And in the future, I look forward to connecting and chatting with you. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.